Tanisha.
And I'm Sheree.
And we are Black San Diego, empowering our community. Black San Diego is a platform for Black-owned businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals in order to empower and strengthen our community.
So today we're bringing you BSD University to help you start, develop, and sustain your business. Welcome to BSD University, 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 University. We've been operating Black San Diego since 2016, and as we've been navigating this business journey, we've made some mistakes.
Right.
We've learned, we grew in business. What do you feel like we've learned?
I think we know that this is a journey, right? We've had to learn that we needed to get our business insurance,
FBN,
we had to get seller's permits,
business banking,
and not to mention licensing,
and EIN.
right? I think this is something we need to chat about a little more.
So come on, BSD, let's chat with us.
You know, I was wondering, like, what will happen if somebody was at one of our events and they fell or something? Will we be covered because we have an LLC?
So definitely not covered if you have an LLC. The only thing that would separate you is the fact that if you had actual business insurance. So you definitely want to make sure you have business insurance to really cover yourself. And I know a lot of people, especially in our community, feel it's too expensive, but we found that it's really affordable.
Yes. And even not only that, but if they've been operating for a certain amount of time and they haven't had to use or haven't had anything really happen, it's like, what do I really need insurance for?
So you always want to have insurance in place for those oop moments. It may not happen now, but it may not ever happen, but at least you have something protecting you just in case it does happen.
And you know, if you stay ready, then you ain't got to get ready.
Right. So if you want to learn more about insurance, go ahead and listen to JR with State Farm to tell you more about business insurance.
Black San Diego, how you guys doing? My name is JR Tolver. I'm a local. I know there's not many of us locals. Grew up here in San Diego, Mira Mesa High School. Went to San Diego State, go Aztecs, and have currently been involved in the insurance business. So I tell all the business owners that I work with, don't question it, don't get upset about it, don't allow it to frustrate you. Just look at your insurance like a light bill or a cell phone bill. It's a utility. It's a utility of your business that needs to be in place for you to keep your business healthy and on track, just in case something weird happens. So insurance in a nutshell is transferring risk from yourself to another with the use of a premium or money. So if you give State Farm or Allstate or Farmers $50 a month, they are going to accept that as transfer of liability. But the reason I say that insurance isn't all built equal is because there's different categories. So to make the assumption that if I give Allstate $50 a month, they're going to cover me for everything is a little bit of a bad assumption. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break down the different risks that businesses have, the different costs associated with transferring those risks, and just try to sum it up like that. So I like to use alliterations, things that stick. So when it comes to insurance, I like to talk about the P's. The P's are the different risk categories, the different places that you could have a loss. Something bad could happen. You could get sued or be responsible for something happening in one of those categories. So those P's are property, people, places. That's all the P's that I got. There's a couple of other categories. Auto, so vehicle, your actions, your advice, that's another category. And so there's different policies for those different categories. So if you're a business owner, which I'm assuming most of us are, let's talk about people. So that first threat to any business is a person making a claim that something happened to them while they were either engaging in commerce with my business or they're working for my business. So let's talk about the engaging in commerce. So you guys have probably heard this term before, general liability. General liability is a people protector in one form. So if somebody comes into your establishment, they slip, they fall, they hurt their elbow, they decide to sue you for medical, they want to sue you for, they couldn't go to work for the last couple of weeks, so they want to sue you for loss of wages. Your commercial general liability policy should kick in and protect that person. Commercial general liability policy, depending on price, could be anywhere from $300 a year to $10,000 a year. It all depends on the type of business you're operating and the scale of your organization. But just know that commercial general liability policy is going to protect one of the P's, which is people. The second thing the commercial general liability policy protects is property. So let's say you own a barbershop and you turned on the sink at nighttime, you totally forgot you turned it on, you leave, you drive home, you drive back the next day, and the entire barbershop is flooded. Well, there's a lot of property that's going to get damaged by that water. Maybe some of the property is yours, maybe some of it's your landlord's, maybe some of it's your neighbors, maybe some of the water, floated into the suite next to you. So again, a commercial general liability policy is designed to protect the property if something happens with your insurance. The next kind of people part, which I think gets a little bit interesting, is employees. So if you have an employee and that employee gets hurt while working for you, you're responsible as a business owner. But your commercial general liability is not going to cover that type of loss. You would need another policy called workers' compensation. So the workers' compensation insurance policy covers the business owners, employees, if they get hurt, they have a medical issue, they pass away, something that happens as a result of them working for your operation gets kicked over to your workers' comp policy. Strongly encourage business owners to explore is protection on themselves, the business owner. Now, this is one thing that we tend to, as business owners, we tend to overlook. We're trying to take care of our customers, we're trying to take care of our employees, but a lot of times we kind of overlook the needs of us. And the reality is, I don't know about you guys, but in my business, if I'm not there to run and operate it, there's going to be a problem. I just can't, pass over the duties and responsibilities of my business to an employee. They wouldn't necessarily be capable. And so as a business owner, our biggest risk is our health. So I always encourage my business owners to make sure that you look at some sort of disability policy protection for you. Because if something happens where you can't work in your business, you can transfer that risk over to the insurance company, and then the money that you're taking from the business or generating from the business can be replaced by the insurance company to you. That's one thing. If you have a partner, the partnerships are also very dependent on one another. So again, if something happens to one partner, whether it be disability or death or something, like that, then we just want to make sure that as a business, we're going to put ourselves in position to continue to operate as a business, although something may have happened to one of our partners. So a lot of business owners will buy a life insurance policy on one another, right? If I'm in partnership with a business owner and something happens to me, that's going to put a big strain on him. Also, I'm a married man. So if something happens to me, that business owner is now in business with my wife, whether they like it or not. So we like to put key man life insurance policies in place on business owners so that, God forbid, something happens to one of the business owners, that business owner can use that life insurance policy to buy out the spouse or the family of the business owner that passed away, and potentially use some of the excess from that policy. And it's not going to be much more than your light bill or your cable bill or your internet bill, your phone bill. These just, again, another utility that you want to design around your business to make sure your business is able to grow, number one, but also be sustainable if something happens. So again, JR Tolver here with Black San Diego. If anybody has any questions and would like to reach out to me, feel free to shoot me an email, jr@coachtolver, TOLVER.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions.